The first thing you notice is the sound, not the music. That died with the lights. It is carts hitting each other, kids crying, someone arguing near the meat section. You are standing in the middle of a giant box full of metal shelves, blind corners, and people who all had the same idea: get more stuff now. Then the rumor hits. Carts are down, power is out everywhere, they're locking the doors. Nobody knows if any of it is true. Nobody cares. You feel the mood in the aisles tilt from shopping to panic. A crowded supermarket in calm times is annoying. In a real crisis, it is a maze that can trap you between bad decisions and other people's fear. This is how you treat that store like a hostile map and get out with your body and your basic supplies when panic starts to spread. The worst place to stand in a supermarket during panic is somewhere in the middle. That is where crowds form. That is where carts stick. That is where you get boxed in while everyone argues over rumors and toilet paper. The smart move starts before the first shout. You build a simple map in your head. Every big store has the same skeleton.
Front doors and checkout lanes along one side, a long wall of freezers on another, loading docks at the back, fire exits along the edges that staff pretend are for emergencies only and customers pretend are invisible. When you first walk in, you look up and down. You spot the main doors, any side doors near the bakery, cafe, or garden section, the back wall that hides the stockroom and loading docks, and emergency exit signs at the far corners. You are not memorizing aisle numbers. You are memorizing edges and corners. Then you look down each long aisle for choke points, stocks of promo items, pallets of drinks, narrow spots where two carts already struggle to pass. In panic, those spots become plugs. Your brain wants to focus on shopping. You let it, but with rules. You stay closer to the outer ring of the store than the deep center when you can. You keep one eye on the ceiling signs so you always know which edge is closest. You notice which aisles are already filling and which still let people move. You are not here to win at coupons. You are here to avoid becoming part of a human traffic jam when the mood flips from sale to stampede. When the first loud voice rings out or the first argument breaks near the front, you should already know two things: which edge of the store is closer to you,
Which direction leads to the most open space, not the most stuff? That mental map is what turns panic from "where do I go?" into "I knew this was coming, now I move." Panic does not start as a stampede. It starts as small jams. Two people blocking an aisle arguing, a cart turned sideways, a kid crying near the candy, someone shouting near the front that they closed the doors, even if the doors are still open. Your job is not to fix the mood. Your job is to move through it without becoming part of it. First rule: cart lost, body first. The second you feel the mood tilt, your cart stops being a shopping tool and starts being a metal anchor. If the aisles in front of you are filling and people are pushing in both directions, you are allowed to walk away from your perfect pile of groceries. If the cart rolls, you take it only in clear, wide paths. If the path narrows, you park it on the side. Your body stays free to turn, step sideways, and slip through gaps. You do not argue over your cart in a moving crowd. You pick you over stuff.
Second rule: avoid the funnel. The front of the store is one big funnel. All the lanes, carts, and people jam toward a small set of exits and scanners. In calm times, that is fine. In panic, it is the worst place to be. When people fight over rumors about cards, prices, or closing, they do it at the front. Security and staff cluster there. So do raised voices and first shoves. If you are deep in the store when that starts, you do not head straight for the main doors with everyone else. You angle for the side of the store first. Produce wall, freezer wall, back wall. Any edge where there is space to walk and fewer carts. You want long, clear sight lines, not a forest of bodies and metal. Third rule: face the crowd, not the shelf. In normal shopping, you stare at labels. In a crisis, you face the flow. Turn so the main movement is always in your field of view. You see hands, carts, and faces coming before they hit you.
You keep one shoulder near the shelf, one toward open space. That makes it easier to step sideways or slip around a blockage. You do not reach deep into low shelves or high racks while people are pushing behind you. One hard bump from a cart can turn a normal reach into a fall. Fourth rule: move like you planned this. Fast, jerky motion pulls attention. Smooth, steady motion blends in. You walk like you know where you are going, even if you only know the next 10 meters. No sudden stops in the middle of aisles. No turning around to stare at arguments. You keep your eyes active and your feet pointed where you want to go. If someone in front of you freezes, you go around them, not into them. If an aisle is blocked by carts in motion, you back up 3 steps and pick a different route instead of trying to force your way through. Fifth rule, talk less, see more. You do not join arguments about fairness at the meat counter. You do not yell your own analysis of news you heard third hand. Every sentence you add to the air keeps you in the hot zone longer. Short, clear words only. Excuse me, coming through, watch your left, then silence. In a crowded, shifting space, your best asset is not your opinion.
It is your awareness. By the time voices rise at the front and the first person tries to push past the lines, you should already be near an edge, away from the funnel, with your hands free and your path toward an exit picked. Next, we talk about exits. Which doors help, which doors trap you, and when you leave without half of what you came in for. When panic grows, every door starts to look the same. It is not. There are 3 kinds of exits in a supermarket: the main customer doors, the side doors near extra sections, the employee and fire exits along the back and sides. Each one has its own problem. Main doors first. They feel safe because they are familiar. You use them 100 times. In panic, they turn into a bottleneck with glass walls. You get lines that stop moving, people fighting over who was here first, security trying to act tough while also scared. The highest chance that someone outside is watching the chaos from the parking lot. If you are already near the front when the mood turns, you keep your bag close to your body, not in your hand. You watch the floor so you do not trip on dropped items. You aim for the side of the door, not the tightest clump in the center. If you are deep in the store, the main doors are your last choice, not your first.
Side doors next. Stores love small aisles that lead to extra sections. Pharmacy, cafe, garden. Sometimes those areas have their own exits. Sometimes they do not. Sometimes they are alarmed. You do not blindly rush down a side hallway because someone yelled back door. You give yourself 1 second to look. If you see a clear, marked exit sign and real daylight at the end, good. If you see a dead end full of tables or a door with heavy locks and no bar, you are walking into a trap. A hallway with 1 locked door and 30 people is worse than a wide aisle with space around you. Employee and fire exits last. By code, those doors must open from the inside. Many are at the back corners or along the long wall behind shelves. Staff will act like those doors are not for customers. Panic does not care. Fire codes do not care. If the front is a solid mass of bodies and you are already near a marked exit with a push bar and no locks, that door is there for you too. You move toward it with a small group, not a stampede.
You push once, hard, and you do not stand in the doorway blocking it for everyone else. You step through and keep moving until you clear the building wall. Then comes the parking lot. People think, once I am outside, I am safe. Not always. The lot is where panic spreads from drivers to walkers and back again. It's where people shove carts between cars. It's where drivers with bad visibility and shaking hands try to leave all at once. You do a quick scan. Is traffic flowing slowly but clearly? Or are cars stopped in every direction with people honking and shouting? If the lot is jammed, you do not walk down the middle of lanes. You cut along the edge of the building, then along parked cars, staying out of obvious paths. If you can carry what you took in your hands or a small bag, drop the cart at the door. Carts tip in potholes and on curbs. Hands do not. If your car is blocked in a deep row surrounded by angry drivers, accept that you might walk away on foot and come back for the vehicle later, or not at all. The goal is not win the parking lot. It is leave the property without being hit, grabbed, or stuck. Once you're off the store's land, you have space to breathe and decide if you still need to drive or if you walk home the rest of the way. The cleanest way to escape a crowded supermarket in panic is to avoid being inside it in the first place. That starts before the crisis. You treat big stores as tools, not as reflex. You build a home pantry that gives you a buffer, not a bunker. Just enough that your first move in a blackout or news alert is not go to the biggest box in town. If something bad hits and you still decide to go, you go with rules. You go early, not late. You go with a short list, not a dream of stocking up on everything. You go with 1 other person at most, not a full group. You go in clothes and shoes you can move in, not flip-flops. You park in a spot that is easy to exit. even if it is far from the door. You tell someone at home which store you picked and when you plan to be back. You keep your phone on your body, not buried in a bag at the bottom of the cart. Inside, you shop fast and light. You grab shelf-stable basics, not fragile treats. You skip long lines for hot food. You keep to the outer ring of the store when you can. The moment the sound changes from normal annoyance to real stress, you cut your plan short. You do not wait to finish the list. You aim for the exit path you already picked and accept that some items stay on the shelf. Stuff is less important than timing. If you leave 10 minutes earlier than everyone else, the doors and lot are still annoying but possible. If you bet on one more aisle and lose, you pay for those extra cans with extra risk.
The important shift is in your head. You stop treating a supermarket as a safe default space and start seeing it as a large box full of strangers with narrow choke points and bad acoustics.
In good times, that only costs you patience. In bad times, the people who noticed aisles, exits, and mood before everyone else are the ones who walk out slow, steady, and on their feet, while everyone else tries to squeeze through the same shrinking gap at once.